Hey everybody, this is Corell and this is Road to Nowhere. Thought I'd give you guys an update. Sorry I hadn't done any video of progress, but basically the progress has been in the gardening area and to show you, okay, here are the weeds and now here are not the weeds is not really a very effective picture. It takes a lot of work, but it just doesn't show up on the camera that much. The heat has been oppressive. We've been above 94, 95 degrees every day for the last 4 or 5 days. So I have to get out early and get what I'm going to get finished. Then I go to the tiny house, and I'm renaming the tiny house project to the little house project. The reason being, a tiny house is a very specific type of structure. It has a following. They maximize every inch of space. It's a very artsy type of crafts thing that they're doing. And it has a certain look and feel that what I'm doing just doesn't have. What I have is a domicile. It's functional. It's so that I can have a place to sleep, take a shower, use the bathroom, brush my teeth, comb my hair, maybe cook some food, that type of thing. So it's a structure for basic living, not for nice traveling and that type of thing. With having been done to the nines, with every inch of space maximized, and neat little things that pull out and do this and getting into the tiny house world and seeing what they're doing. To call it a tiny house is insulting to them and does not speak to what the structure actually is. So it's a little house. And it is a little house, I will say that. And I'm going to try to make it as comfortable for me as possible. And so, I don't want to, degrade it or anything like that. It is a significant project and it's coming along very well. It's just not the classic tiny house structure. So it's a little house, and it's coming along fine. The framing's done. The rough end on the plumbing is going well. It's taken a back seat to the actual gardening thing. The gardening thing has the right of way when it's necessary. There's no need to have a nice house and then a crop with weeds and that didn't make because I was doing something else. So first things first. Want to give an update on Hank. Took him back for his recheck at the vet, and the tendon is not torn. It was maybe stretched, maybe partially torn, but very much intact, so that there will be no need to have surgery to reattach anything. A couple of months of these things heal slowly, as we in humans they do as well. But as long as you stay off of it and don't re-injure it, then it will heal itself and he'll be fine. So that was good news. I'm almost convinced from some of the action since this injury, he's wanted to stay on the concrete. He's wanted to stay on the front porch of the little house, and the front porch of the big house, and the parking pads, and so that he can see the ground. He does not want to go anywhere that he can't see the bare ground, and which makes me think that he was injured by something in the grass. I have been able to coax him into the grass, but I have to, walk a few feet and then turn around and actually get down on my knees and or crouch down and call him, and then he will go from where he is immediately to where I am, so that he's safe, and then he'll stay there and I'll move forward. So it's not like him as soon as he sees me drive up one place, he's running across the yard to get to that one. He is afraid of the yard and afraid of something, that there's something in the yard, which makes me think that he either was attacked by a insect that lives in the ground, maybe a yellow jacket or a hornet or something like that. But that's not. That doesn't explain the tendon. The only thing that explains the fear of the grass and a tendon that would not be apparent is a snake bite, and we have killed, although I don't kill them. The boys did, one at least, black snakes here, and they are very large for this area. And these snakes can be, the one that was killed was over 5 feet long, and over an inch in diameter, maybe even an inch and a half in diameter. Large snake. And they live in the wood piles, under the woods, the fallen trees, and that type of thing. And there's some around here. And they probably were down around the spring where Hank liked to go to cool off. So he probably encountered a very large black snake that probably latched onto his hind leg, and in an effort to dislodge the snake, or to run away, was injured the leg. If he tried to drag one of these large snakes, a dog of his size would be a significant impediment to his locomotion, not to mention to his psyche, which, given all indications, that's the only thing I can come up with. I didn't see the snake. I haven't seen him attacked by that. I would be, I hate that it happened, but I don't kill those snakes. Those snakes are here for a reason, and so they keep down the rodent population, and they're here. So I'm not going to go on a snake hunt or anything like that. First of all, I don't want to find one, and I don't want them one to find me. So Hank will be better. And right now, his particular phobia is pretty good, because he doesn't want to get out, doesn't want to chase a car. He's not going to do that, so he won't re-injure his leg while this phobia is still there. I will overcome the phobia. I'm able to call him out and walk him around the property so that gradually, and as his leg heals and as he can move better, I will keep him out longer and longer periods of time until he loses that fear of the grass. And I don't want him to have that, because then he'd stay on the parking pad all the time. I want him to get back into the what he's supposed to be doing, but it doesn't have to happen overnight. And right now, his particular phobia helps with his particular injury. So I'm going to try to use one with the other and get old Hank back up to speed. So that's about it. I will have hopefully we're supposed to have some cooler weather and some rain by the end of the week. Hopefully, the garden is doing exceptionally good, considering it has no rain. I've been able to water it, and it's actually somewhat thriving. And some plants are, and some plants aren't. The sorghum crop is suffering. It just is suffering. It needs rain, and we need a little cooler weather. I've been able to work up until about 1-2 o'clock. I could work on. There's no question, but it would sap every bit of the strength out of me. And I don't know that I would be able to work the next day. So I'm pacing myself in the morning hours, about 1 o'clock. I was hoping to go back around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening and work till dark. I get a couple of hours in. But it's just not cooling off even then. It's not getting below 90 degrees before the sun goes down, before it gets really too dark to be able to really do anything. So that is a consideration. And the dependence on rain coming. I've in the past I've been here. It would either rain or it wouldn't, and I would be here on weekends or something like that. And maybe it got some rain during the week, maybe it didn't. Being here every day and needing rain and knowing, well, it's not going to rain today. It didn't rain today. It doesn't look like it's going to rain today. It becomes part of the project. It becomes part of your life, or has become part of my life, to depend on weather conditions for your livelihood, or in some way your survival. If it were truly this was what you were depending on for your food, it gives you a very different view of the weather. It really does. That we get divorced from when we don't depend directly on rain for those types of things. So it gives you an appreciation. I think when I finally feel those raindrops falling, I may do a whirling dervish out in the rain, saying, I look like a crazy man out there dancing. I hope I don't take my clothes off and go running through the fields. The rain, it's raining. but uh, but anyway, hope y'all are having as much fun as I am, because I'm having a ball. And this is even in the heat, and even with the things that happen, it's still very, very satisfying to see a days where I didn't know that cleaning a garden could, and seeing the rows and seeing the plants and all of that. It's very satisfying work that you can see immediate results, and there's no intermediary. You do the work, you get the payoff, and that's it. The rain, hey, that's up to something else. The Great Spirit sends the rain. And I am imploring on a daily basis, please, if you can see your way clear to squeeze a little water out of those clouds that aren't there, that would be oh so special. Uh, but you can only ask. So ask and you shall receive, I think is what it says. So y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.